watch a new Riley begin.
You aren't packed yet?
I'm the worst!
Disney and Pixar treated longtime fans with a phenomenal movie when Inside Out 2 was released in theaters on June 14th. The sequel follows Riley when she's 2 years older, on the cusp of her teenage years and entering a turbulent time after winning her championship game for the Foghorns. The high school coach for the Firehawks approaches Riley and her best friends. The three girls receive an invitation to a 3-day summer camp where they can hone their skills and prove their potential as hockey players. However, on the way, Riley learns a devastating truth about her friends and their futures together. Desperate to avoid becoming friendless in high school, Riley's new emotions, especially anxiety, take control, influencing Riley to abandon her self-worth and morals to manipulate her future. The film is emotionally intense and explores emotions better than ever before. In today's video, we'll count down 10 of the best moments from the sequel.
We are suppressed emotions!
Number 10. Riley's sense of self. In the film's opening scene, Joy takes a moment to catch the audience up on what they've missed during the past few years of Riley's life, including developments in Riley's mind, like new locations and the discovery of Riley's sense of self, something created through her memories that shapes how Riley views herself and behaves in certain situations. Although emotions can help Riley at the control panel, as in the original film, Riley's sense of self allows her to take action and make decisions independently, as she now has an established moral compass and belief system. However, Joy and the other emotions have only allowed good memories to influence Riley's sense of self, manipulating how she interacts with the world. Their careful choices made Riley a kind, selfless, and genuine person, but they also prevented other core elements of her experiences from shaping her. These decisions from Joy and the other emotions become an overarching and important part of the narrative.
Ooh, walkie-talkies. Check, check, check. Can you hear me? I gotta press the button. Go for Joy. Copy that. Over. Oh.
Number 9. The new emotions arriving. At the end of Inside Out, the film alludes to Riley changing when the mind workers arrive to update the control panel, adding a massive red button for puberty. Joy and the others ignore the button, deciding not to press it, leading to the sequel's narrative. Without the emotion's influence, Riley's puberty occurs naturally, with the alarm blaring the night before Riley attends camp. Puberty creates numerous changes in Riley, creating more complex emotions and feelings that she struggles to express. These new emotions include anxiety, envy, embarrassment, ennui, along with brief visits from nostalgia. The new emotions introduce a new chapter of Riley's life, creating new problems and solutions for everything she experiences. Anxiety, in particular, is an overwhelming force, and the film does a fantastic job representing what living with such an intense version of it can be like.
Cool! We can't let her know we're excited.
I got this.
Joy, I'm just curious, maybe, I could
Thank you.
help?
Not now.
Number 8. Sadness's role. In the first film, Joy and the other emotions treated Sadness like a near antagonist, due to her influence over Riley, impacting her happiness or making it harder for her to put a smile on after moving to San Francisco. She's kept at arm's length for most of the original story. However, throughout their adventure to save Riley's core memories, Joy learns to understand Sadness's function and trust her. In the sequel, Sadness is an accepted member of the group. While she doesn't go on the primary adventure with Joy and the others, she's returned to headquarters to help protect Riley. While in headquarters, Sadness allies with Embarrassment and continues to advocate for Riley, knowing that anxiety is pushing her too far. Her character has grown immensely between the two films, while remaining the same sympathetic and soft-spoken Sadness that fans know and love. It's fulfilling at the film's end when Sadness convinces Embarrassment to help her, and she throws caution to the wind, acting bravely to save Riley. Number 7. Joy's honesty. Joy tries to remain optimistic throughout every situation as the emotion responsible for keeping Riley happy. She doesn't allow herself to become overwhelmed when they lose Riley's sense of self. Anxiety takes over headquarters, or they become trapped within Riley's vault of secrets. However, someone can only pretend to be okay for so long before they have to break. Joy's character arc throughout the sequel parallels Riley's from the first film, leading to a scene in long-term memory where Joy admits how exhausted she is and she doesn't know how to proceed. Hopeless and deterred, she must depend on her fellow emotions to help encourage her, allowing her to recover and devise a wild plan to return them to headquarters.
Come on. Riley needs us. Have I ever steered you wrong before?
Many times.
Number 6. Embarrassment's rescue. As mentioned, embarrassment becomes an ally of sadness and other core emotions. When introduced, Sadness is drawn to his quiet and shy disposition. Later, when she returns to headquarters to watch over Riley secretly, she's discovered by Embarrassment. Instead of outing her to the other emotions, Embarrassment goes out of his way to fortify Sadness's hiding spot, ensuring Anxiety won't discover her. He later frees Sadness from a trap, allowing her to help her fellow core emotions and try to prevent Riley from doing something drastic. Number 5. Anxiety's big idea. When Anxiety arrives at headquarters, she appears agreeable and willing to work alongside Joy and the other emotions. However, after witnessing Riley stumble through various social interactions, Anxiety takes control of the control panel, working fretfully to maneuver Riley through stressful situations. One of the best examples of what Anxiety is capable of is when Riley overhears the members of the Firehawks complaining about her. Anxiety gives the idea of getting Valentina on her side. She then swoops in to make Riley give a rushed and nervous explanation about her behavior, desperate to apologize for getting everyone in the camp in trouble.
I can do that. Oh, you guys, I mean, it really wasn't anything. I'm just trying to help.
Number 4. Valentina's acceptance. Like all young teenagers, Riley has someone she looks up to and values. Valentina is a high schooler and hockey player on the Firehawks, a prominent team member, and she joined during her first year. Riley is desperate to earn Valentina's acceptance and respect and is willing to abandon her best friends to spend time with her. Valentina also proves to be a great role model for Riley, as she reassures Riley after her winded apology and offers her a place on her team throughout the camp, giving Riley a chance to prove herself.
Oh, you're the one Coach told us about, Riley. From Michigan, right?
Number 3. Grace and Bree. In the original film, Riley left her childhood friend behind in Minnesota. It's unknown if Riley and Meg reconcile after their argument in the first film, but Riley has since made 2 new best friends she loves dearly, Grace and Bree. Her friendships have become significant enough to create a large island of personality, overshadowing the once prominent Family Island. Although Riley starts pushing Grace and Bree away when she learns about them attending a different high school, her friends still come back at the end of summer camp to help her after she's experienced a panic attack. Riley may have wronged and hurt them, but they find it in their hearts to forgive her, salvaging their friendship at the end of camp.
Riley, you okay?
Number 2. Joy stops Anxiety. One of the most pivotal moments in the film is when Riley is sent to the penalty box after hurting Grace during the camp's hockey game. Anxiety kicks into overdrive to try and save her and salvage the situation, but her control causes Riley to experience a panic attack. A tornado occurs and intense anxiety surrounds the control panel, forcing the other emotions out and preventing them from helping Riley. However, Joy manages to push through when she confronts Anxiety, telling her she can't control who Riley becomes and that she has to let her go. When Anxiety begins to cry, it seems she can't control her urges and overthinking, but is aware of how much she's hurt Riley. Fortunately, she manages to release her control, and Joy helps Riley overcome her intense emotions.
Anxiety? You need to let her go.
Number 1. The New Riley. Anxiety's primary goal throughout the film is to create a new Riley who can cope with the latest changes in her life. However, she tries to enforce the shift by instilling in Riley anxious thoughts, creating a terrified version of her self-worth that lacks confidence. When the others return to headquarters, Joy realizes she controls who Riley became by hiding her bad memories. She decides to allow all of Riley's experiences to shape who she becomes, mixing her positive attributes with her negative traits and mistakes. In the end, Anxiety's goal was achieved as a new sense of self was created for Riley, allowing her to become her genuine and authentic self.
Oh, is it Coach's email? No, it's Bree and Grace.
Inside Out 2 delivered a beautiful sequel to the original film, providing a captivating story about the complexity of emotions and how they influence one another. While the sequel focused more on the feelings and their shared desire to protect Riley, it still provided a realistic and sympathetic narrative about someone struggling with change. Fortunately, Riley's 5 core emotions fight for her ability to express herself, and she learns to cope with all her feelings while working alongside one another throughout these fantastically written moments.
But what can we control? Well, oh, Riley has a Spanish test tomorrow. We need to study. Oh.
Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, hit that like button, subscribe to our channel, and turn on notifications to stay updated on our uploads.
Riley's Islands of Personality, they're all down. Oh, this is bad.